there and welcome to another episode of Scrap and Chat. This is Leah, and this week I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. We were at Target and I was going to buy Valentine's cards, and I needed to buy, from Savannah to her sister, from her sister to Savannah, from me to my husband, to the two girls, to my in-laws, and I was just like, okay, that's going to cost way too much money. I better just make them at home. So I'm going to just be making one card with you guys today, just one. And this one is going to be from Savannah to her older sister, Caitlin. And I wanted to make this card in a way where she can decorate it, and by decorate, I mean scribble all over it. Yes. Because, what's cuter than that? What I have here, this is a 7 wide by 4 3/4 high canvas, inches, I should say. So let me show you really quick kind of what that would be like. So if I have a 8.5 by 11 page open here, like that's 8.5 by 11. So if I paste that in there, you can see that I could fit 2 of these very easily onto a page once they're done, and then I would just print it off from there. So that's why I have this document open, is so I can plop what I need in there at the end. So anyway, going back, there we go. All right, so I always have to remember to think opposite. This is the back of the card because it's going to be folded in half, and this is the front of the card. All right, so we will start with the front. And yeah, so I'm using I've got a plan for February, and I think with cards, simple for me is better. It's also better because it's faster, and I'm so bad. I'm like, it's quicker. Nothing says I love you like quickly doing something. But still, handmade is better. It doesn't matter if it's quickly done. It means more. Anyway, and it's easier on your pocket. So here we are. I have a little background paper. I think what I'm going to do is I have that heart ribbon, and I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to cut out some paper, and it's going to be great. All right. Anyway, here in our household, we are all feeling much, much better. No one has any lingering sickness, which is nice. We were really down and out for about 3 whole weeks, which is, man, that is just an excessively long time to have so many people feeling unwell. And the show must go on. So I was working the whole time, and I'm just like, sometimes I get really like down on myself. I feel like I'm not doing enough, or, not only with work, but with my family. And you just kind of start to feel kind of like, So, it's just good to finally feel well again. And it snowed. And of course, can you hear the happiness in my voice? I'm like, it snowed, and it was wonderful. And it snowed like yesterday or the day before yesterday. And it's so pretty. Like, everything just looks all clean and fresh. It's not like that icky snow, because all the snow that we had the other day had melted really fast. And if you live anywhere where there's a lot of snow, or it tends to snow often, it looks pretty at first, but then, after everyone's driven over it, and it's like slushy and muddy and like grayish black sooty mess, it is not pretty at all. And everyone's cars are covered in salt. And I remember the first time I asked my husband, because I'm from the South, and that is not a thing. Like, salt is not a thing. So first I'm like, oh my gosh, what is on the roads? Like, why are the roads white? Is that ice? Like, I was very confused at what was happening. And he's like, no, they salt the roads. And I'm like, oh. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I noticed that the cars all had like this coating of on them. And it's like, like a white crust. And it turns out that's the salt too. Salt and sand. So, yeah, I definitely, things I was not aware of before I lived up here. And I'm really lucky, though, because my husband, he does all the shoveling. I say that I'm really lucky. I don't give him a choice. I don't shovel. And I use like a very antiquated sort of, it's the man's job to shovel the snow. Like I try to be like I'm this Southern belle that I'm totally not, but I wish I was. And yeah, so I don't shovel. One day I will, I promise. But I had like a really good excuse. Like the last winter Savannah was little and needed me all the time or whatever, or the winter before that, and then the one before that I was pregnant with her. Or no, I wasn't pregnant with her. Well, yeah, because it snowed in October and I was pregnant with her and I did not have to shovel. Haha.
No.
I've been really enjoying my month, and I'm really excited that Valentine's Day is almost here, and here I am just so slowly looking through this stuff because I have no idea what I want to add next. All right, Happy Valentine's. She's going to scribble in this spot, and I think I should put Made with Love by, or Made with Heart by Savannah. What do you think? And this is from her sissy, or to her sissy. I think I'm just going to do a simple... I'm going to just do a simple warp on the text. Made with love. Love. I must have this on the wrong. No, you're right. It's just the text is white and it's not going to show up if it's white. There you are. I guess Made with Love is a bit redundant. Yes. I'm not so sure about this font. I feel like it needs to be wider. What do you think? Wider font. Let's see what would be a cute font. Autumn. Autumn would be a cute font. Autumn regular. I bought this a while back and the girl who sold it was so generous. Like, it was so inexpensive to buy like a commercial use of this font, and I love it. It's like a thin serif, but it's like yeah, it's a thin serif font, but handmade. Isn't that so pretty? Ah, I love it. Love it. All right, so I'm just going to do a warp, and I'm just going to do an arc, and we're going to make it like 20%. Yes. See, that's cute. So we're just going to drag that there. I put little guides so my things would snap into place, so I wouldn't just have everything a hot mess all over the place. So by Savannah. So, yeah, there we are. But I think it's going to be sweet that they'll all have their own little Valentines for each other. I'm actually going to have Caitlin make her own for family. Since I'm teaching her Photoshop, I thought it would be a good one for her to, you know, to learn how to make people cards. Why not? All right, so here we go. We have the front and the back of the card, and now I want to make the inside of the card. I think what I'm going to do, I need to lock this layer, and I want to grab these layers. I'm just going to start grouping some of these things together. So I have that part of the card in one group, the back of the card in another group, and then I'm going to group those groups together, and there's groups within groups, and this is just going to say front card. And what I could do is I could just go ahead, merge this group together, copy, and paste it into my template here. So there you go. So that's there. In the end, I'm going to have two different cards here. So I'm going to have one from Savannah to Caitlin, and then I'm going to make another one, and it's going to be from Savannah to her daddy. So it's going to be two of the front side, like the front and the back, but not the inside of the card, on one page. But I'll show you that in a moment. Because really what I'm going to do is I'm only going to change out a few things for her daddy's card. They're going to be similar but different. And that's going to be accomplished simply by using a different paper. Now, since Christopher's a dude, we should make it a more manly card. What do you think? Manly. And what says manly like craft paper? Right, Leah. Make yourself think that. All right, so I'm just going to clip that down into the other one where I had cut it out, so then it's all perfect. And then I could exchange that element with another one, and that would make life way easier. What do you think? A blue heart, because he's a dude. And dudes like blue. Actually, Chris's favorite color is blue, actually. I'm like, for real? I'm not even lying. And also, I'm not worrying about overwriting what I've done because I have already placed this in the other document. And this isn't something I'm going to save forever. This is just for me to do really fast for my family. And it's going to be cute. All right, so Made with Heart by Savannah. Here's Happy Valentine's, and this is the front. I might change the word art there. Let's see. Which one could I do for her daddy? You're a heartbreaker. That's cute. That'll be sweet. Okay, that's Chris's word art. That's what he gets. So see, you can see the design itself really is the exact same thing. I'm just changing out a few things for him so they look a little more unique. But the heart's saying, oh my gosh, it's so cute. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. All right, I'm going to do the same thing where I just merge it all together, or even flatten the image. Doesn't matter. Not really. Copy. and paste it into our template. So here we are. We have the front and back of the card, and next we're going to do the inside. I'm going to go ahead and send this to print. All right, now that that's printing, I'm going to go ahead and work on the inside of my card. So just like any book, we're going to imagine when we open it up, this is the left side and this will be the right. So the right side is the side that typically has the sentiment on it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off these layers and get rid of this guy. And I'm going to think about what I want it to say here for her. I want her to have plenty of room to scribble, you know. And in fact, I think we're going to put maybe a little doodly line on the inside, so it kind of gives her like a spot, like a little fake or faux frame. Let's see what we have there that we could do that with, if there's anything. There may not be anything, and I might just wing it. Might just wing it. What do you think? Anything doodly? Doodly doo. Not really doodly. So I think what I will do instead is I'm just going to create a shape that is the size of this part. Very nice. Then I'm going to scale it down. I'm going to do it by percentage because in my head, for some reason, that is easier. 90%. Yes. All right. So it's going to go on this side. This is where the little frame is going to be. And I'm just going to make a path. Yeah. Okay. So I don't need the fill. Edit, transform, warp. So I'm just kind of warping it out a bit so it'll look more like doodle-fied, even though it's not like really doodly. It's just sort of doodly. All right. Doodly, doodly, doodly. All right. So here we go. I'm just creating a layer over that. We have our path. I'm just going to double click on my path. That way it remembers it. And yeah, the layer above it, I'm going to pick out a brush to use with it. Maybe 5 pixels. What do you guys think? 5? 5 should work. And make sure my spacing is like set to 0 so it's nice and smooth. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So there we go. And then I'm just going to stroke the path. I've been stroking. That's what I've been doing. All right. So there. Now we have this little doodled line, and I'm just going to duplicate it. All right, let's see. Edit. I could have just done it different. I'm going to transform it. I'm going to warp it. I just want it to be slightly off so it doesn't look so perfect. There. There. So now we have this little doodle space for her. And I think I'm going to put here Art by Savannah. And it's going to be a pretty small text. There we are. There we go. All right. And the inside is going to have a custom sentiment from her. So this one's for Caitlin. It says Happy Valentine's on the front already. So we're going to go with maybe 14 point. Let's see. I love you. Oh, you are my favorite and only sister. P.S. I love you, sissy. I'm going to make the and only smaller. You know, Caitlin was so happy when we told her I was expecting Savannah. And actually, we told her much earlier in the pregnancy than I had thought we would. I was really scared, and I wasn't sure I wanted to tell many people or her because I didn't want her to be disappointed if anything happened, you know, if like I lost a pregnancy. But I just couldn't help but tell her, and she was so happy. She cried. It was so sweet, my poor baby. She was like, I'm not gonna be alone. She's so dramatic. Caitlin is. So yeah. All right, so that's the inside. I'm gonna merge the group together again, and I'm just gonna paste that over Caitlin's card. Oops, I made a boo-boo. I'm pretty sure I did a bad thing. I've been a bad girl. Not really. Flatten the image, Leah. There you go. There we go. But yeah, so that's the inside of Caitlin's card. And then I'm going to do the inside of her daddy's card. Let's see. So art by Savannah. I mean, all daddies are their little girl's Prince Charming, right? My first Prince Charming. P.S. I love you, Daddy. My computer has this thing I need to fix where if I double on a key too fast, it'll only print it in one or type it in once. Drives me insane. Like it really, it makes me much more angry than it should. Like it's like, Leah, calm down. Come on. It's not a big deal. And I'm just going to change this very slightly by flipping it. There. Like, just slightly different. All right. Guys, we did it. We have created 2 Valentine cards from Savannah to her sister and to her daddy. How great is that? And right here, by the magic of this program, you can see our final cards. Aren't they so sweet? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the scrap and chat with me and that you have a wonderful weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.